Hello, hello. How is everybody? I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Oh, that's great. I'm so happy that you got it, T. I'm always like, so I started trying out Pirate Ship recently to do my USPS shipping. And after, I don't know, the post office I've had some issues with because I was using stamps.com, but they, for whatever reason, like how I weighed things and how the post office weighed things always seemed to be a little bit different. Who else is here? Hello, Cordelia. Hello, Pam. Hello, Shauna. I think I've hit everybody, but if I have not said hello, hello to you as well. And hello, the cat is on my desk. But it was like a wild week because I got so much happy mail in the mail, and I feel just really blessed by that. I think I have 4 different things, and assuming my cat doesn't like try to destroy my markers, I'll be happy. Okay, yes, he's going elsewhere temporarily. Yeah. So let's take a look at the Happy Mail because I'm really excited about it. Oh, and I have sort of an unboxing that's not an unboxing. Maybe I'll lead off with that because it's probably um sort of a, I don't know. I got my crafty advent calendar, and I will at least show you what it looks like, but not open it. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn because sometimes I hate it when people do that, and sometimes I'm okay with it. But hopefully, this will be. We will do that quickly and then get to the happy mail, which I know I am quite excited about. Let me just make myself tiny, and let me grab that first. Because this year, so basically, my philosophy with like advent calendars is I always want one from a brand I haven't tried before, which has sometimes worked out well and other times not. I was surprised that this came because it was coming from the UK, and it is the Papercraft Society one, and I think this is reading a little lighter on camera, but let me grab. I think I found my ruler when I was cleaning my desk. Let me get a sense of how big this thing is. It is about, so it's about 11 inches wide by about 6 inches. So you kind of get this by 6 and by 4. So you've got sort of a, on the ends it's sort of a 4 by 6, and the way it's constructed. Oh, these aren't individual. I'll be careful to not open these, but basically these are all. I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to pull it out ever so delicately. But kind of like their box of the month. These are all constructed as folios, and I have no idea what's in them because I didn't really get beyond that. My friend Lynn did a whole series on their standard kits, so and other people may too. So like, feel free to check it out if you are interested. But the thing historically that interested me about them is that they've generally, with their boxes, have provided digital papers so that you could reprint however much of the, like, in their real box, they kind of give you a couple pieces of paper. But I'm curious what they'll do for the advent. Anyway, and hello, Kim. How are you? Who else is here? Oh, Don is here. Hello, Don. I hope you're surviving painting. We may have a crafty pause helping us out today because he's just sort of walking on my desk. And of course, you would sniff the camera. Phew. Let's oh, let's move you off the desk without knocking over my entire marker collection, because that would make me kind of sad. And then I'd have an evening of trying to figure out how it's actually organized ish. So I don't know. I would be sad. And did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the happy mail. First one I got is from sort of an old YouTube friend, from Smokey Steve and Mark, and they have kind of a variety channel. If you're not familiar, it's their Mondays are sort of their more crafty part of their content. Ooh, this is cute. Ooh, it's sparkly. Pretty cute. I love glitter, and we know that Jay loves glitter. Have an enchanted night. I like that. I kind of like the I like that sort of Asian lantern with the bats on it. That's pretty cool. Hey Ron, how are you? And it just says Happy Halloween. Sending glowing good wishes for a bright and happy Halloween. It's very cute. Anyway, I am a fan. That is cool. I wasn't even expecting a card from them. So it's always neat when it's like Happy Meal you're not expecting. Oh, that's good. Hopefully you're recouping your hand is going okay, Ron. After you were savagely attacked by a werewolf or other thing. I think you said a coyote. A werewolf would be cooler. So this is from my friend Meg, and it has some fantastic washi tape on it. We were actually doing a swap for a live coming up soon, so I was a little concerned I was going to open the thing that's supposed to be a surprise. I mean, I guess this is supposed to be a surprise too. Ooh. Oh, this is cool. She used a piece of packaging to kind of keep the part of the card protected, which is really neat. I wouldn't have never thought to do that. Anyway, this is very cute. That is cute. That is really cool. I like that a lot. I will see if this is anything. This actually looks like almost it. This may be a new card. I'm guessing so, but I will double check just to make sure. This is really neat. I like. Oh, it opens that way. That is cool. She mounted this sort of wonky. I really like that. That I feel like that's says Happy Halloween. Very cool. And the pie is a shaker. That is so cool with a little there's like little balls in the bottom and big ones in the top. So it's like a divided shaker. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyway, very cool card. I don't know, she was part of the world card making things I did, and as you can tell, she's a really good colorist. So I don't know. I always like having coloring examples in real life because it's always hard to tell on TV. And the cats are running amok. Of course they would. And I will set that off to the side. Thank you, Meg. That is really cool. And then we have a something from the CWS rack. I don't know who this might be. Actually, I do know who this is from, but and I think they are in chat. And there's a cat here again. But hey, Brian, welcome. Oh, and this is okay. I will be. Let me just do this a little off camera, so I don't. I'm always like worried I'm gonna show someone's address, but I didn't. But this actually had the same thing happen that happened to one of my cards. This is from Cordelia, I believe. It is got some really cool metallic on it. I'm gonna guess it's embossing, and then there's these cool like jewel things. And I think there's something hiding on the inside. Oh, we have a bag of goodies. Oh, these are the spiders I was so excited about. Oh, this is super cool. Okay, these are I'll be careful because these are very delicate, but like check out these are some I forget where they said these are from, but these are some very realistic looking spiders and daddy long legs and things. So I am really happy about that. That is super neat. It's always sad, like, I feel like Halloween cards are sometimes, like, the most creative, and then there's this cool, like, Black Widow guy, or girl, I don't know. I guess they probably come in both variants, but a very spooky bag of spiders. Thank you very much. That is cool. Oh, are they? As you can hear, our usual noises of starving kitties everywhere. Oh, and hey, Brian. I don't know if I said hey when you popped in, but that is really cool. Whimsy stamps. Okay. I'll have to remember that for next year because, like, these are some of the most lifelike spiders I've seen, which I guess depending on who you're sending it to. like they may either like that or not. Like, I guess you wouldn't be careful sending it to someone who had, like, some sort of uh, fear of spiders. And then I got again, these everybody but me is like killing it with the washi tape this Halloween season. And this is from the fantastic Don't Destroy the House. Thank you. Um, from Miss Debbie J. And I wasn't expecting a card from her, although I might have won one in one of her things. I don't know. It's always sort of a mystery. And wow, I got a bunch of stuff. Well, this is really unexpected. And these things are, ooh, check out this vellum. That is really cool. It comes with papers and extras and cool things. So these are single sided. This one is pretty cool. A lot of purples and pinks. Ooh, very cool spider web. Some nice ghosts. I'm guessing this was 12 by 12, probably cut down. This 31 is pretty neat too. I guess I should read the card and see if I have. And then there are, looks like some washi tape. That's a really clever way to like give away washi tape, actually, because it's like one of those card thingies. Oh, and this is the panel too. That is really cool. That is awesome. I have a few friends who would just love that, and it's got a cute fox on it. So thank you, Debbie. If you are here or watching this on the replay, I'm getting like all the fancy cards this week, and like I don't know why. So thank you everybody who's giving me cool stuff. It's I have to say I always love having examples of people's cards in real life because like kind of like coloring, it's like so hard to really see them via the internet because cameras lie and sometimes in ways they don't mean to. Um, like cameras always lie in the way you think, which is that like something like this. You're not going to see the dimension. It's going to look very flat, but sometimes they also do weird stuff with colors. So we have those. I have started my Christmas crafting as well. I started my KCC 8 on Lynn's live stream last week. So I made these two. So I'm basically using last month's Not Too Shabby papers in the ephemera that comes with it, which involves cute critters. So I don't know. I've been really kind of feeling these like browns and craft colors lately. I'm not sure why that's the colors I've been going to for Halloween stuff or for Christmas this year, but it seems to be. So I think we may do one more of those, but I thought it would be fun to do another one of these mystery Stampin' Up, whatever they are. Hi, Jim. I didn't see you come in. Hello. Who else is here? Annie is here. Hello, Annie. Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. There is a cat here as well. Oh, goodness, my friend. Would you like to say hello to all the peoples? Oh, hello. There he is. He's very cute. He's also thinks that he's starving, but as a cat, the bowl is always mostly empty. But so the spoiler is I watched the first example of the card we made last week. So we may need Ryan's help explaining what on earth we're doing. But since it's a Stampin' Up product, I think I'm going to say that luckily we have the stamps we had wherever they are. Oh, here we go. We have the stamps from last time and the stamps from the time before that. So we have lots of Christmas stuff. There is a something. We have a very fancy white piece of paper. And the other cat is here because why not? But this is neat. These are die cut. And I want to say it's an interesting, I don't know if you can see this. I think the technique here is basically using like mailing tape on top of cardstock. So you get this very shiny look. It looks almost like glossy accents, but it's much thinner. So we definitely have, I think I remember what this card looks like. So good news, everybody. We might actually make it as intended. So what else do we have? We have a filament. We're going to try really hard not to lose. Another bulb. 2 bulb tops. Here's hoping I can find my. I hope I can find my tweezers my tweezers are right here. Hello. Yay. We will not have an issue. And then these are very tricky to pick up. And then the other filament. So the idea here basically is like you adhere the filaments and then adhere the top, or adhere the top and then adhere the filament. You get sort of a finished bulb that looks kind of like that. And then we have ribbon, which I will ignore because I'm not really a ribbon person, but anyway. Then we have what looks like a focal panel because I want to say that these, yeah, or maybe it might be a focal panel this way. That would probably make sense because then you could like hang the lights down. I think this is the correct way, or at least. And then we have some panels. Oh, this is a really neat texture panel. Check this out. It's got like little dots or snow or something like that. Yeah, they are, Brian. This is part of the whole. Goodness, sir. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Kitty's everywhere today. What did we just lose? Oh, we lost the mailing tape. And, another stamp set. Yeah, so I think I think this is like a snowflake embossing folder. I think basically the idea is that in order to basically they die cut out of the center because basically this panel would then mat on top and in some way. So I think generally speaking, oops, maybe I should open the card the right way. What are you doing? All the cats are causing commotion today. Hey, stop that. Let's not destroy the house again. I think the mystery piece is this one. Although we could potentially use it like this. I don't remember what the intent of this piece was. So we were going to muddle through. Well, it's slightly too long to. It looks about the right size for this. Let me see what this would look like, kind of put together. Because we could do that. I mean, you could also just have it over on one side, too. I think if we did that, we'd want to put it just down on the card first, like. I'm not really loving that because that's sort of. I guess this is. It's basically the same height as this die cut. So my guess is it would be sort of part of the mat. But it's a little unfortunate because you're going to really not get much of this paper. So I think I'm just going to save this paper because I really like it. And maybe we'll do something with it on the inside. We could do that. Well, I don't know. It seems like we would. I mean, we could do that on the inside, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to save this piece of paper, I think, and then we will. And I think the rest of this makes more sense. So let me get some layers glued down, and then we can probably I'll get these two glued down, and then we can figure out what's up. Hi, Linda. How are you? I'm trying to figure out a kit with no instructions. Well, I mean, there are instructions. I just lost them / didn't watch them first. But I think I know what I'm doing. So there's that. And there's cats to say hello because they're hungry boys as per always. So I'm just gonna. I do like this green color though. I didn't buy it in my haul, which makes me kind of sad. Hello. And then this is the flat side, so we shall see. We shall see how close we get. I'll have to like rewatch the instructions later and see if I completely forgot this. Because like I really like this color palette. I mean, I shouldn't care because I actually own the pad, but like I feel like, well, you could do something like that. But then again, I wouldn't want to like cover up the. I really like this white texture, so I wouldn't really want to cover it up. It's not quite the right size. It's like the right size for the undermat, but not the rest of this. So I don't know. I am confused, but that's okay. So I think I'm going to glue this down and then futz with the light bulbs on here, and then I think we'll probably be good to have most of the card together. I think what we can do is, well, this would kind of fit. What is it? Celebrate wonder and joy. in the festive season. Now that would fit down there. So if we wind up with that extra room, be careful. My cat is deciding to investigate like every stamp I own because he's slightly hungry. But we will see how this works out. Because I really like this actual paper pad. I'm kind of mad I didn't get the dies because I feel like that would have been like, and so I think what is supposed to happen, actually, I kind of want a piece of scrap because I feel like this would be a little saggy in the middle. And who wants that? And I must have scrap on my desk somewhere, like right here. Oh, no, that's one of my tags. Well, here's some scrap. I'm going to just use a piece of scrap on here. Just so that we can not have a saggy middle. I think I just need to use glue around the edge, and then this is mostly together. It's probably not reading great on camera, but I do actually really like this texture on this embossing folder because it's very subtle. Yeah, it's not reading at all because it's white on white, but you know what I mean. Let me see what I am missing. Oh, thank you, Brian. They say hello, also that they're hungry, and they're trying to be very acrobatic today. Yes, hello, Dawn. Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoa. I may have to feed them just so they chill out, but we'll see. Yeah, you're right. You're right at that, Jim. It's got a very thin rectangle, which is hard to see. But yeah, the blue mat is the bottom blue mat is not, but this top blue mat has a very thin embossed line around it, which also adds to okay. I am being scolded in feline. Let me see what else. Hey, Kim. They really are. Yeah. I may mute my. Let me just mute myself for a second. I'll get them some wet food so they stop trying to ruin my audio by like tearing the craft room apart. They are very good at. Yeah, they're very good at the pitiful meows. One moment. Alrighty, we are back. No worse for wear. But yeah, so let us see. I think we need to figure out how we want to orient these. I do really like this is a really kind of a neat treatment with whatever the treatment was that made these bulbs shiny. I really like it. So I think we can position these. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to steal this sentiment. Maybe not steal exactly, but I feel like this would be a fun sentiment. But I don't want the if I have room. I don't think I want these exactly aligned, but you kind of want them centered. I probably have enough room because like these are going to go more on top. I don't know if I think these are identical. Yeah, because these are a little bigger. So let's try and glue these together first before I make a decision on this. Well, I could look at my other. This stamp set might have something that's a little smaller. Um, well, warm wishes. We could use the warm wishes because I think that would fit. Or we could use Merry Christmas and just sort of offset it too. So I think we might do that. Let's see if we can't get these glued together a little bit first. Whoops. We'll see if this takes, because um, I typically use a more paper-specific glue, but the actual surface here is coated, so I'm curious if this will adhere or not. We might need to let me give that a little pressure, and if it doesn't work, we can try again with mono. But generally this should adhere pretty easily. Yeah, they are. Which I like. I mean, I don't know, like whatever those big, that seems like it's adhering. So we will continue with this guy. Uh, and maybe use my tweezers because this would be a very good use of tweezers. But the whatever those like huge light bulbs are that they make for Christmas lights, I want to say they're like D10s or something. Like my grandparents did that with their whole tree, and it was always kind of a concern that, like, the tree wouldn't burn down the house. Oops. Just because it was going to do that. Yeah, because just because it was like they would like let the tree dry out, but the oh, C9s, is that what those are called? Yeah, like I mean now there's the safe ones that are all LED and don't get hot, but like back in the before times they were just very they get really hot to the touch because they were like normal filament ones. Is Beep one of your cats, T? I don't know. It was funny. Like I mostly accidentally squirted Lennox with my continuous mister because I was using it, and then he sort of jumped on my desk, and he was very much not a fan of it. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised. Let me see if I can get a little bit of this glue off. I can get the glue off. The one thing I like about this PVA glue is that actually went together pretty easily. It's still a little wet, so I'll be slightly careful, but um, these are so fine that it is kind of tricky to get a small amount of glue on them. Let me try just dotting it around, but I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so and my grandparents would always kind of let their tree dry out because you know they were usually more busy with sort of the company and all that with Christmas. So I don't know. It was always kind of one of those. Well, hopefully this won't be an issue, but let's see. We could. I like the idea, kind of maybe offsetting these a bit, because I think we could do Merry Christmas and have it mostly stay together. Hmm. Yeah, it would kind of be like, I guess we do it. Well, that would actually work because if we do sort of our If you do it kind of, wow, these are very sticky stamps. If you do it kind of off center, I think it works because, if we do something like that, if I hadn't, if I wasn't using my block for gluing, there we go. Yeah, like something like that, I think would work. And then you could have one of the bulbs up here, and then this other bulb. Oh, I got a lot of glue on that somehow. I guess it just doesn't take much. There we go. Not about how much mess you make, it's if you can clean it up, I guess. But I think something like that would work out pretty well. And I can actually just clean this guy off and then pick it up. Then sort of arrange it a little bit better. I don't think I want it exactly aligned. Well, I could actually use my grid lines. There's an idea. Because this has them. So that would be Mary. And then I think that's pretty lined up. Then you could do it like that, which I think we can do. And if we screw it up, we could always just make a little sentiment strip. Let me see what I am missing. Oh, I don't think I knew there were smaller ones that were still large. I bet. Like even though there's not, they know what they're not supposed to do, and they do it anyway. I feel like that's a very cat thing to do. So I'll let these dry for un momento. I guess we could use there's no red in this, but there was red in the paper. So I'm thinking we could use like the real red. And if I screw this up massively, we can also redo it. I will say these little. I was a little cranky about these mini Stampin' Spots, but they're actually kind of nice if I'm doing this. And here's hoping we can do this correctly. That's pretty decent. That surprises me. I'm always surprised when like my freehanding stamp looks not kindergarten. The Mary, I think, got a little more red, but I think this actually kind of looks good because it pulls in another element from the paper pad. I think I'm going to see if I can't find. That's kind of cute. I kind of liking that. And you can always go in and with like could always go in with like a gel pen or something or some twine and like make pretend um twine or like make a pretend string. So I think I'm going to leave the top unglued and just glue sort of the bulb part of this down. So if I want to go back later and do some like embroidery floss or something, that will be doable. They should glue down pretty fast. And then we can also, I don't know, I think it might be fun to mix and match our stamp sets a little bit. There we go. So I'm liking that. I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to come back in and do something at the top here. But I don't know. I don't mind them. Whoops, sorry about that. I don't really mind them floating in space. I think I do want to come in. I still really like this big tree. We could come in. You could also come in with the. Let me put this one back before I lose it. But and it's on. But we could also come back in with. We could use the little house, which I kind of am liking the idea of using the little house, and then if we did that in, well, I could do that and do that in a memento, and then I could decide if I wanted to just leave it black and white or color it later. But I think I'm going to definitely grab my stamping platform for that because I have not great luck with memento needing like 15 times to stamp correctly. Oh, there is I guess we could use this ribbon since we had that to do that thing I just talked about. But I'm thinking I do want to play with this little house. Where are you, little house? So I like the idea of having this sort of down in the corner. And if I get my nonsense out of the way, and whoops, let's not get glue places. My thought about using memento is then I could color this later if I decide to do that, or I could leave it black and white, or it just should give me more options. At least if I want to alcohol marker color it. But I may also just decide that that's a bad idea later. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty good. Wow, I'm surprised. Usually this is not a one and done, but I think this should be fine. And this still gives you a lot of room to write a message. I don't think I'm going to glue this in case I decide to do some more in-depth coloring, just because it will be a lot easier to handle this panel by itself. But this is at least card number the first done. And so because I used the just a wet wipe to wipe the excess glue off, there isn't really much excess glue here, and you can't even really see any glue marks. So that's good. And then after this is colored, I will post pictures once I actually do coloring on this. But after this guy is colored, he could just go and live like that, or I can just leave it as black and white. But I will probably leave that not glued down so that the option remains. So let us see how we are doing on time. Oh, we're doing pretty well. I think I'm gonna do Kendra's card challenge card, because then we can make a card that I know I have instructions for. And it's actually, thanks, Dawn. Wow, this is really. Why is my glue bottle having? Oh, there we go. Okay, must have been something stuck in there. Anyway, yeah, these are actually the kits are actually from Cards by Christy B, or I should say, the Marion Bold kit was from her. So I don't know. I've been liking them. They're a little not quite. I mean, they're a little more like if you look at these, they're a little more elaborate than cards I do, just because. Well, I normally do, right? Because there's a lot of like embossing and layering. I guess that's not really fair because like this is an embossed card too, and like these don't look all that many. It doesn't look like wildly different. So I don't know. When I first saw the demo of the kit, I thought they were kind of in depth. Oh yes, I hope your painting is going well. I don't envy you the painting. That seems like it would be a whole thing. Let me just pull up my card sketches quick because somehow I forgot to do that before. Oh, actually, I have them downloaded. What am I even thinking? It's a Sunday when I'm just like, it's somewhere. Okay. Here we go. So sketch 3 is interesting. There we are. Sketch 3 is one that a lot of people have been very happy about because you sort of make a, I don't know, a swoop-dee. Unless I lost half. So you have sort of half circles that you then go and... Oh, here we go. Here we go. So there's sort of, it's essentially a bunch of layered half circles that you put together. So we need 2 colors. And I'm thinking something that coordinates. So like red would make sense, or green. Let me see if anything is at my desk. And well, actually we have some of my fave copper cardstock. So I might use that as one of them. And then what else? Oh, I have some. Since I've been using these a lot in this, I don't know. That kind of works. We could also swap this out for something. I kind of like making the polka dot kind of the focus, but we'll see. I don't know. I kind of want to maybe do something different here. So, or we could potentially use this as one of the papers. I kind of like that as an idea because, like, when you cut semicircles from this, so maybe we'll use this as one of the papers, and then I feel like maybe another green or blue. Let's see. Let us see what is in the scrap pile. Ooh. Now this would be cool. I'm kind of liking that as a color palette. And then I can use this for whatever we do with our sentiment. Hey, Len, how are you? Oh, thank you. I didn't even mention it because I'm so bad at the YouTube things. But yeah, no, we recently hit 500 subs, and my friend Elizabeth Costa Rogers is really close to 1,000. So if you are not subscribed to her, she'd probably appreciate it. But let's see. Essentially, we have to go and make. I guess I need a third color. So I don't know. So we have this. We have this. I kind of feel like I need to break it up. Maybe I will pull this in and do sort of like this as the sort of the swoop D. Because sort of this is on the outside. Anyway, there's actually someone, probably Lynn, told me about a way that you can sort of do this particular sketch that's slightly easier because rather than 2 1/4, here we go. Rather than basically the way this sketch is originally designed, you need to cut different half circles of the same things. So I think to sort of highlight this one, I think I'm going to cut brown. So on one hand, we have this. On the other hand, we have this paper. And what I will do is, luckily I have punches in all the sizes I need, so this shouldn't be too bad. Unless I try to punch with the punch thing closed. Oh, there we go. I'm not losing my mind. That's always a good thing. Okay, why is this not? Oh, goodness, what did I do? Something is not happy with my punch. Hi, cat. How are you? Well, one of my punches is unhappy with me, so I may do a slightly different card sketch in... I don't know what on earth is happening. Okay, I'm not going to try to fix the punch at the moment, so let us see what we've got. We can do... Well, we can do 4. 4 would be a good one because it's actually one that I did for a hop, so I am familiar with it. So that one, I think we will do sketch number. I will make an executive. Whoa, the cat. Sorry about that, guys. I think we will make the executive decision to do the one that is more likely to not break things at the moment. So I will grab the papers for that. Essentially, this goes together kind of like this, except there's a couple of mats we need to cut first. But I think we can do this very similarly to one of our other ones. Because I think I want some craft for the mats because I've been really liking how that's been looking. And but first, well, I guess let me grab that quick. Yeah. So I grabbed some cream too, so that we can cut a quick sentiment panel here, or sort of a focal piece. And I have ephemera, so this should actually come together pretty fast. So I need a 1 3/4 inch square, basically. So that should be pretty easy to do. There we go. And then we need a bunch of other layers. So I need a 2x2 square. And that should also be pretty quick. There we go. And then I need a 3 1/4 square. It's funny, I actually used this sketch for a project, but I changed all the dimensions. So like I don't really remember what the original dimensions are because I wound up scaling it up. And then we just need yeah. We just need 5.5 by 1 3/4. And if this is 5.5, it would be great. Wow, it's pretty close. That is cool. Well, that never happens. And then 1 3/4. Yeah. I think those are all the pieces we need. Can you grab a nice brown to work on? I really am liking sort of. I like how the pattern paper pops on when you use it on top of like earth tone. So I've been like, I don't know, I've been really liking those for like these holiday cards so far. But now I know what I'm doing, so I can see all the things I missed in the chat. I think I'm actually doing pretty well. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. One thing I don't have, should look for. I have them somewhere, but I should look for some embellishments at some point. But anyway, let us get this a little more together. Now we could do so. If you remember we could use the red glitter side. I actually think I like the white side. I like the red glitter side on the last card just because these are similar patterns, but I kind of like it like that, I think. Which is sad because this is the thing I don't like about double-sided paper. It's like I really like this red glitter, but I'm going to glue it down because I want to use the other side. I don't know. It's always a bit sad because I'm kind of like, I like both sides. Can't we just have more paper? And then I buy more paper, which is sort of that's like an ongoing trend. It's like I was recently looking at more Christmas stuff, and it's kind of like I have so much Christmas stuff, but everyone keeps coming out with cool Christmas stuff. Like, I guess it's the problem being a crafter. It's like the accruing craft supplies is like a whole other part of the hobby. In any event, the glue bottle is working again, so that is good. It's funny, one of my cats came and visited and knocked things on the floor briefly, but now they both sort of settled down, which is nice. At least for the remainder of our stream, hopefully. um, but yeah, I like this. I mean, I think these work. I don't know. I kind of I once again picked patterns without looking at sketches, which is sometimes really dangerous. I don't know. I like almost everything in this particular pad just because it's a basics pad. Um, so it makes it a lot, it makes it that you can do almost anything with it. And also that all the things go together. And then basically this just mounts here, and then we can. Now in the original, they put a sentiment on the bottom. Luckily, one of my friends is very nice and gave me a whole bunch of Christmas sentiments. So I don't think we need to stamp anything out because I can just grab one of them because I've been using them. Whoa, that's not what I want. Let's try to at least put the squares on each other like reasonably. But anyway, yeah. Thank you, T, for my bag of Christmas sentiments because this is going to make life super easy this holiday season. So yeah, I think all we need to do is put this together and get a sentiment on it, and then figure out if we want a cute critter, which I think the answer is always yes. I don't know. Is there ever a time that we like, no, we have too many cute critters here. We would not like any cute critters. But my cute critters are right here. The bunny is adorable, but since we used the bunny before, let's see. Well, there's also a chicken here that I'm somewhat neutral about. Oh, the penguin. The penguin is cute. Is he too big? No, I think he would fit. Well, I think this works because I probably would center him, I think. I don't know. Well, let's keep looking. Here's a slightly small. I kind of like the smaller penguin. That I think kind of fits a little bit better. Unless there's a smaller critter that's not the rabbit. Okay, that's cute too. The other penguins are large. Or oh, there's a smaller one. Oh, neat. No, I think that this one I think is the right size penguin for here. Well, I think we can sort of set him here and have his head go up, and then I think if we put a sediment here, it's gonna be balanced pretty well. That's sort of a happy accident. And pretty much all of these critters have a place where you can put like a pom-pom or a flock or all those things. So that's why there's not like a actual pom-pom here. Like the idea is that you'd go back and use a little pom-pom, which I don't have at the moment, but I'm sure that Hobby Lobby sells them. Actually, I might. I think I have a birthday kit that has pom-poms, but they wouldn't be, I don't think they're white. I think they're all like multicolored and like gold, like, I don't know, flocked in gold. I mean, very sort of more birthday than I think I would want for this particular card. So I don't know. I'll probably venture over to the Michael's store or Hobby Lobby or one of those places. But I think like brown and gold would look, or black and gold would look really good on this because it'd kind of help to balance out the hat a bit. Just put that over there. The other thing we could do is we could just sort of move it down entirely. I mean, I almost kind of like that look where it's a little bit further down. Oh, hey, Belle. How are you? Hope things are good. Thank you, Cordelia. I don't know. I kind of like it. I guess I kind of like it sort of halfway in between so that like the greeting, the G, whatever, the trailing G thing is still on the paper. But like this will cover they'll cover the seam between like this pattern paper and the mat pretty nicely. If I just make sure, yeah. There we go. Like that, I think we are good. I see I am slightly off center with this mat, but that's probably fine. I mean, in theory, we could add some. Whoops, sorry, not in camera, but in theory, you could add some other like ephemera around here too to make it less obvious that like this is shifted right about half an inch. Anyway, but I think we did fairly well for tonight. Let me just grab our other card so we can both look at these. I do like this is a cool. I do like this sort of tape technique where it's tape on top of cardstock. So I want to try that because that makes kind of a neat glassy look. Anyway, so this is card number 1, and then this is the second one we made. I'm kind of partial to the cute penguin myself, but I think they're both very cool. I'm probably going to do something, either come in with like a gel pen and like make a sort of string for these guys. I mean, you could also just, I guess I could also just draw something or go in with stickles or something. I'll think about it. I feel like there's some stuff we could do to sort of bling up this card a little bit. But anyway, I think that's all I got for you tonight. Oh, hey, Sager. How are you? Hope all is well. I'm trying to think if anything else is going on this week. There's some videos coming out, but I don't think there's anything too major happening this week. There's some stuff. There's a hop the week after that, but I don't think there's anything too crazy. Oh, good. Feel free to sneakily watch me whenever you like. Um, Usually these Sunday streams are. I think I've been making about 2 cards each one, and but I've been playing around with different card sketches and different card kits and stuff. So I don't know. They've been kind of fun. Anyway, it's good seeing all of you on a Sunday, and I think that's all I have for you tonight. So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those things because then you'll get notified when I have new stuff coming out. But until we chat again, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your weekend.